Oops. Well, hello there. This is Julia. I wanted to put on my new glasses so that you can see. I absolutely love them. It's been a long time coming. So it's time to give you a little bit of update before I continue on with my regular videos. So much has happened, and it seems like every time I try and move forward smoothly with my channel and then start these other channels or ideas that I want to do, or even in the past when I've tried to change this channel, something comes up. The phone breaks, or what happened before. I've tried to do it so many times. Once again, so much going on. So I let you know before, and if you don't know, I've given notice to leave my current sewing studio end of May, and it's now May 4th. So it's starting to get a little bit scary. I have a lot to do, but I'll get to that. And rather than talking about everything that happened, I'll just say principles over profit. And that way, when 6 months from now, I'm starving because I no longer have my job, my main income of sewing, and you say, well, you were stupid to let your studio go, that's my response, principles over profit. So anyway, so now I'll be leaving my sewing studio, and of course it's kind of hard to find these things where you're like a nomad in a van with a dog, and then you just need like an office or a little studio to rent. And part of what makes it difficult for me is that I don't have a rental history. I've been in a van for 7 years, and my last rental experience ended badly. It started badly. I mean, the studio flooded within the first 2 weeks of me moving in, and the lady said, what do you want me to do about it? So that's how that started. It ended just as badly. So it's hard I don't take out loans. I have no credit cards. I have no credit history, really. And so renting a place, it has to be like handshake method kind of, with a lease and everything, and preferably month to month. So, they want your firstborn usually, and I don't have a firstborn, so it makes it hard. I'm hoping to find a really good situation though. But in the meantime, I have discovered that there is no storage in this town. Not only this town, but that one over there, that one there, the two behind us. There's no storage here because there have been so many fires in the woods for so many years now. Everybody is using the storage units, and it's a big problem in the area. We also have students from 2 different colleges, and then we're just surrounded by woods. There's no other towns around to get storage. So I basically have to call like every day I can and try and find a storage unit. They're literally all full, some with waiting lists. I found a little one behind someone's house, and they're like, yeah, you just go down the driveway to the back of the house, and the shed's back there. I'll meet you back there. How freaking scary is that? Not to mention it's $130 a month and $150 deposit. So with this like new information, bad information, because normally it would just be like, I can put stuff in storage at any time and I'm fine to move on with my van life or whatever. And to clarify, I'm talking about storage for my sewing business, my sewing machine, my irons, my tables, and all of my fabric, which I've just built up, as well as all of my eBay things for sale, because I thought I had a stable situation. So now I have all this stuff that won't fit back in the van, just to clarify. So storage, that way I can just continue my business when I find the next spot. But no, what I'm going to have to do is pare a bunch of stuff down, let a bunch of stuff go, do a big purge, which I will show you at least part of that. And I'm going to have to redesign my van, actually, in order to set it up to store a bunch of fabric containers in the back. So this is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to make my van, like it used to be, capable of storing my stuff, because it's not now. Since then, I've gotten a dresser, a bed that's sideways, so now there's no way to put big containers in the back because it's up against the wheel well, whatever. So what this means is I'm kind of excited about it, that I'm going to do another van build, build, a transformation of the van involving a bed in the back again, like that, and tall enough for me to store a bunch of stuff under it that I can access from the back. Not only my sewing stuff, but all of the products I already have ready for sale. I need to be able to access them out of a bin at any time and ship them out promptly. So it's very exciting, but Guess what? I have the rest of this month to sew as much as possible because I'm about to lose my income. So now I have 3 priorities. 1, to sew as much as possible. 2, to pare as much down as possible from the studio and the van. And 3, do a van build before the end of this time period so that I can make sure everything is going to fit back into the van before the end of the month. And so that I can do that transformation using the studio I have now to put a bunch of this stuff in there, go, vacuum out the van because it's going to be full of fur, and then put in the new bed and, move everything to the new containers that'll work with that design and do all of that. And it's going to take hours and hours. And we want to use the studio for that while we can. It's going to be very inconvenient, but that's what we're going to do, I think. So I'm going to keep calling for storage. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to go ahead and do this van change anyway. Well, I'm going to do it anyway because I need to be able to carry my stuff at any time if I don't have the option of storage. But the bummer is it's going to take a lot of time away from sewing, which that's all I want to do. It's all I want to do is sew, well, and make videos for you. And that's the other thing. I didn't have a video ready this week because I'm trying to go to the sewing studio as much as possible. That's the other thing. My time has now been limited at the sewing studio because they put new hour thresholds around it. And I also don't have my dog in there now, so I can't stay as long. So my work time has been limited and I only have the rest of this month. So it's going to cut into that a lot, as well as like spending all this time online looking for a place. Just looking for a place, looking for storage takes as much time as it does to move everything and pack it and move everything. So it's crazy this month. So I wanted to give you this video at least for now. Don't leave. I got a lot more coming, but I'm just super, super busy right now with all of these changes going on. I kind of needed a change anyway. And that's the other thing. If there's no storage and I can't find a place for my new studio and I put everything in the van, well, guess what? We're going to take a road trip. We're going to take a little bit of a vacation. Do I have money to do that and not work? No, I don't. But I have been in this area for over a year and a half or something like that. And I love this area. This Humboldt County is my home base forevermore. But we need a break from the area, so it's a perfect time to take a break, as long as everything will fit back in the van. So that should be exciting for videos coming up that we're going to visit some other areas, and I just have to make it happen. I have to make it happen. Maybe we won't be able to go very far if we don't have that much money, because you know how gas prices are now. But we will take the opportunity if we're not going to have somewhere to sew. And I'm going to do my yarn works, which is crochet if my fingers can handle it. But I have a hat loom I want to try. And I have some driftwood necklaces I want to make. And I have some beautiful handmade clay pendants that I want to make necklaces out of. In other words, I have hand projects I can do in the van like I've done before. But I know very well that that's not enough to maintain my situation financially, even as frugal and minimalistic as I am. Even having given up 2 Grateful Dead cover band shows in the last month and a half. Yes, I did. And danced in a field nearby instead for free. And you saw some of that dancing. So, yes, I know very well that crochet hats and driftwood necklaces, this is not going to cut it. So I definitely need to get back to sewing as soon as possible, regardless. I do want to say about my studio that renting in this place for the last year has been absolutely awesome for me. It was like a dream come true to have a beautiful little studio. And it was really cool of them to let me rent the space in the back for like $200. And it really sort of set me up to move into the next studio, which may not have worked out perfectly, but I have had this nicer studio now but just having a studio and being able to sew in my sort of, I'm cooking. But just having a studio and being able to sew and be creative for this period of time has been awesome. The setup they have over there is pretty awesome. It's like a dream come true. I would love to do that. Like have a little front retail space and then studios for artists in the back, and then we sell our stuff up front. It's not exactly like that, but I just have to say it's been a really cool thing to be able to sew for this year there and be in Humboldt County and make all of the beautiful, fun things that I've been making, if I do say so myself. So thank you for watching watching the video. If you want to support this channel, you can check the description below. Become a Patreon. Become a patron or whatever you like. Send prayers if you like for us finding a beautiful, good place. See ya. So, Bambi, are you a good girl? What are you looking at? Are you looking at this? Are you looking at this? Wait, sit. Are you my good girl? Wait. Oh, are you the best girl? Are you a good girl? Okay. Oh, okay. There you go, good girl. I love you. I know you're going to make a big mess. Oh, my God. Here, I think it's this giant bone. I'll probably look over in 2 minutes. It'll be gone. So it's about 5 minutes later, maybe 7 minutes. Oh, I'm not trying to take it, believe me. Not from a Belgian next like you. Okay. Love you, good girl. Game, invest in my name, check no restraints. I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy. Think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me. I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak.